The main beneficiaries of this development are located on the other side of the Atlantic. Conventional credit card companies like Visa and MasterCard, but also new payment service providers like Google or Apple and Amazon. The online retailer has now opened a number of supermarkets without checkout. Customers simply scan their phones at the entrance. After that, cameras track what items they select. Facial recognition technology allows the system to identify each customer and bill their credit card as they leave. A receipt for their purchases then appears in their Amazon Go app. No cash. It's a trend that's growing in popularity worldwide. Last year, Visa ran a campaign in which it offered 50 restaurants $10,000 each if they agreed to stop accepting cash.
I don't know.
Michael Ryan wasn't able to apply as his restaurant had already gone cashless.
We're ready to go, and we don't serve it. I've been in this business a long time, and I feel like there's a lot of theft when you have cash around. So when there's cash in the safe, downstairs, in the office, behind the counter, everyone's dipping in, everyone's sharing. You share your drawer with another employee, there's cash always goes missing. So it's just like this eliminated theft issue. So that's off the table. But the more importantly, it's like today I was late to work, the place can still open because they don't need to go to the safe, get cash, set up the store. He can just arrive and open up. So it's, from an operational standpoint, it's a breeze. It's super, super easy.
A world without cash is not the kind of world Brett Scott wants to see. He used to work as a financial broker. Now he's a writer. He believes preserving the ability to pay with cash is vital.
Cash doesn't have anybody to protect, to advocate for it because it's like a public utility. So you have on the one side these highly motivated commercial entities, and on the other hand you have cash who doesn't have anybody who. Everybody uses it, but it doesn't have an official spokesperson or it doesn't have a marketing department. So it's a kind of an unfair battle.
He came over from Britain to attend a conference at Columbia University in New York. The question on the agenda here, is this the end of cash?
They developed this concept of premature champagne.
The conference brought together a select group of financial experts from around the world. None of them believe cash stands much of a chance anymore. But Brett believes the current trend is a mistake.
The best analogy to understand this is to think about cars versus bicycles. If you're living in a world where there's only bicycles, actually maybe it'd be a good thing to get a car. You can travel further, you can travel faster. But that's different to saying you want to get rid of the ability to use bicycles. Actually, what you want is a world where you have different forms of transport. In a similar way, you want a world where you have different forms of payment. So sometimes in certain situations you can use cash, sometimes digital. But these guys are not calling for that. They're saying we want a world where there's only digital, or in the transport analogy, only cars. You're only allowed to use cars.
When he's traveling, Brett sometimes pays by card, but he mostly prefers to use cash. This machine does accept cash in theory, only right now it appears to be on strike.
It might force me to use my bank account. They got to swipe it instead. It's going to send a message to my bank in England and tell a bunch of stuff to them. They're going to alter all their databases before I can get this thing here. And they're going to log this as well. They're able to see this. So now there's this third party who's going to watch what I'm doing. So this machine's forcing me to do it. Finally, we got it.
So what role does data play in the whole drive to go cashless? Back in Germany at the University of Siegen, economics students are wondering how safe digital payment systems are. Could we become completely transparent just by doing our shopping? Where companies know everything about us.
Every time I think, oh no, who will my data be passed on to now? It depends on what website you were on. But often things happen very fast and you've no choice.
When I think about it, I pay more without cash than with. That's just the way things are moving somehow.
We live in Europe, where we have strict data protection laws. So I tend to just be trusting and take the easy way out.
There's also this aspect that everyone does it. You think it can't be that bad if it's so widespread. I think that's a key aspect.
Right now, Germany is still very much a society that likes cash. But the example from Sweden shows how quickly things can change.
It's an issue for two reasons. Firstly, because in many cases you have no choice, which takes some getting used to for people of my age. But secondly, it raises concern because we're losing an element of freedom here. We're allowing ourselves to be monitored.
At the university canteen, students have always paid for their meals in cash. First, they purchase a voucher, then they collect their food. But here too, things are changing.
So you're paying cash?
Students can now pay with an app on their smartphone.
So you're paying with Blue Code? Okay. You still have to check their plates to make sure you've got it right. And what you need to charge for. Hello. One hot pot, okay. Blue Code? As long as they're ready, it's super fast.
Welcome back to my channel, and today I've been thinking to share with you some very unusual video about the bank ID. This is a Swedish, shall I say, small application, and this application makes extremely vulnerable when it's right working. What it says, it's driftstörning bank ID, and that's today, and they said that they are working on to solve the problem. I would like to explain for someone who does not know what bank ID is. It's literally your key to your bank account. It's your key to your literally everything, to your IRS, the governments, they use it, millions and millions of transactions. Let's say if you want to purchase something, if you want to purchase from a store or from let's say another person, from a car to a needle, from everything, to be able to come to that payment, you first need to have this application, mobile banking. When this does not work, literally the whole country it's literally off. It's literally can you imagine a country without internet? Well, this is close to that, because nobody right now in this second can make any payments, can make a payment or a transaction, or not even come to their own bank account with their mobiles or the computer for that reason. Of course, there is a backup. There's a small, shall I say, stuff that you come to your account, but nobody use it. Every single Swedish that I know, shall I say, 90% of whole Swedish people are alive that this application works. Because guys, in Sweden versus some other countries, they want to remove the cash. Everything it's paid digital, and everything goes to this small program. When this application, the bank ID, does not work, sorry if I pronounce in some wrong words, the whole Sweden, it's fucked up, because they cannot do a damn thing. I'm saying, guys, that you literally, when this is off, it stops millions and millions transactions each and every hour. I don't know how to explain. Swedish people are so idiots. They do prefer to not use any cash whatsoever. But now, when they do have this problem, and this is huge thing, I don't know how to say, if you go to shall I say garage sale, this is the best example. You go to a garage sale, right? And you think over here in Sweden you always have cash and pay for whatever items you would like to purchase. Wrong. Every single human in Sweden, they do prefer with the... I will make a special video tomorrow about what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to say is every single transaction is digital, and when this application does not work, you cannot pay for that item. You cannot do a damn thing. You cannot log into your account. You cannot make a transaction. And believe me, guys, what I'm saying right now, millions and millions of people are trying to contact this support, which does not even have a goddamn phone number. They prefer to your bank. And if I scroll back here, this is literally all banks in Sweden that you can contact, but there is not their fault. All their fault, it's connected to this program application. So literally the whole Sweden, they rely on this application. If this application does not work, you cannot pay your taxes, you cannot, I don't know how to say, it's so many different places that it's required this application to log in. You know, it's literally your key. If you remember, you have a house key, you want to come in, right? Well, the key is gone and it's a digital one. And guys, I will make a special video about tomorrow, very interesting one, to see how vulnerable, and that is the future, guys. When the program is screwed up and does not work, literally the whole countries stay on hold. And I believe right now that most of the banks will have couple millions phone calls, because they cannot do their own business, daily business, transfer money, pay for the item or whatever. Or there's so much thing. It's not just paying, it's pay your bills, come to all different kinds of accounts, and especially your bank's accounts and stuff like that. But it's more than just personal bank accounts. Literally, when this application, it's like right now on difficult, or shall I say, it's off, then the whole country, it's literally on hold. Literally, right now, the Swedish businesses will lose couple millions transactions in each and every hour, because the customers cannot pay them, and the businesses are losing huge amount of money. And the secretary who's trying to pay the bills from a huge big company, well, she cannot do any type of work, because this program, guys, this application, it's so vital for the entire country. When this does not work, literally the whole country goes 15 years behind, and it's literally stop. It's even worse. It's like a country does not have air. You can only survive without air couple minutes. It's the same story, and this is the future, guys, of all Western world. You relied on one application. When the application is down, you're screwed big time. I know in many countries like Eastern Europe and United States, you still have cash to go and pay and do your business. But over here in Sweden, guys, the cash does not exist, and the cash are all gone. All Swedish people rely on this application, and when they don't have this application, literally the whole country it's on hold. Thanks, guys, for watching, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, because tomorrow I will make a very interesting video about the future of this world, especially Western world. Thanks, guys, and have a good one. Take care and bye.